you guys, and welcome back to my channel. For today's video, we're gonna do how much does a tech, PCT, CNA, whatever, nursing assistant, make in the hospital setting. Super excited because there's not many videos on this topic. There's a lot on nurses, which I understand because once we are in this position as a tech, we want to become a nurse, so I get the need for those, but you also want to know what you're making as a tech. Disclaimer, please don't go into CNA or whatever for the money, because you know what? The work you put in is not the money you get out most of the time where you work. Just putting it out there, we are here to help our patients get better, leave the hospital. Don't go into it just because they make a little bit more money than some other jobs. This pay is from my hospital that I work at, and I live in the suburbs of Chicago in Illinois. Keep that in mind too. Depending what state you live in and where your location is, depends on how much money you will be getting. Also in this video, we're going to talk about how you can maximize your money as a tech to get the most benefit. If you guys don't know who I am 21 years old. Like I said, I live in Illinois. I am a senior last semester in my BSN nursing program. So excited to be done this May. Where are my May graduates at? I do work in the hospital as a tech. I've been there for over a year now, and I work in a telemetry room. If you guys have not seen what a tech does in the hospital telemetry room edition, then I'll put it right here in the little card. Or if you want to see what just techs do in general, I'll put it in this card. So let's go. You guys want to know how much money did I make when I first started my PCT job in the hospital? It was $14.87 was how much I got paid an hour base amount in the hospital setting. So you make $14.87 an hour. Full-timers work the full 80. Let's get the calculator out because that's what y'all want to see, right? The math. I'll do it for you. $1,189. So this is how much you make bi-weekly. So now that you know the base pay amount, let's go into maximizing that to its fullest potential. One of the things is shift differentials. If you don't know what that is, so you have 3 different shifts most of the time. It's either morning, evening, night shift, or sometimes just morning and night shift. They do 12s or you do 8s. So with the 8 hours, it's 7 to 3:30, 3 to 11:30, or 11 to 7:30. AM shift does not get a shift differential because that is what they get with their base pay amount. And again, this is my hospital. With evening shift, they will give you $1 on top of that. And night shift, they'll give you $1.75 on top of that per hour. All of this is per hour. So that's another way you can maximize your income is by working that other shift. If you're a morning shift, maybe go to evenings and try it out and see if the money increase does affect and helps you with your budget or your goals. Then maybe if you're PM, go to night shift. Or if you're morning, head all the way to night shift. You'll be making more money than you thought. Tip number 2, how to maximize your income is working those holidays and going into overtime. So for both of those, they pay time and a half. So again, let's use the example of $14.87, my base pay. So $14.87 divided by 2 plus $14.87 is time and a half. So you get 22.30 cents. This is how much you'll make an hour. Okay, an hour. So you times this by 8, 178 for one shift, for just being there one day, either Christmas morning, Christmas night, Christmas Eve, whatever. Perfect time is right now because we're in the holiday season and y'all gotta get your money, okay? So work those holiday hours if you can. That's another tip. Also going into overtime. So once you hit the 80 hours and you go anything over that, they're gonna pay you the time and a half. Doesn't matter, most places, doesn't matter where you are, they will pay you that time and a half in the hospital setting. That's another way to maximize your money. If you have extra days around the week to work, I know full-time is kind of hard because you already work kind of the 5 days a week. Or if you work the 12s, you work 3. Maybe put in an 8-hour shift in there somewhere that they need assistance. That way you can increase your income. The last thing that I have, I don't know if every hospital does this, but my hospital does, is report pay. So what report pay is the hospital short-staffed. They need more techs. They're gonna give you a mass text message, send it to everybody in the hospital and say, can anybody come in for shifts from 7 to 3 in the morning, whatever, random time. And they will pay you $25 for every 4 hours you work. So let's say you work your 3 days, you're done, right? You're like, I ain't working again. But you're like, hey, I can just go in from 3 to 7 and get $25? Okay, so let's see how much that is. Mind you, you're not in overtime, you're not in anything like that. This is just your regular base pay. So you're gonna go $14.87 times 4, because you're only picking up that 4-hour shift, $59, plus the $25, $84, just for working 4 hours. And they need techs to supply, you know? So they're gonna be, hey, I need you to come in, there's nobody to come in, I'll give you this extra. So let's say you're like, okay, fine, but I got time to do the full 8. Let's see how much money you can get by working the full 8 and getting your report pay. 8 times the $14.87 is $118, okay, plus $50, $168.96. Like $168 for 1 day working 8 hours. You can't pass that up, okay? So these are my 3 little tips so how you can maximize your first pay as a PCT. If you guys like this video, don't forget to give it a thumbs up. And of course, don't forget to subscribe.